Hello everyone, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and today I'm going to be talking about the actual new moon in Capricorn, which we are going to have on the 16th and the 17th of January. New moons provide one of the best opportunities to actually find success as long as we go with the flow, and as long as we do things correctly, as long as we actually are using this magnificent, this wonderful, this powerful energy of this new moon that we are going to have in Capricorn. And why is it so powerful? Why is it so significant? Because Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and it's all about the boundaries and limitations, and it's all about sorting things out by realizing what needs to stay again and what needs to go. This is why the actual new moons are so perfect. Every single new moon, it's an absolutely brilliant, fantastic time to start something new, to start something significant, to start something that's really important to you. And especially when it comes to the business, when it comes to the finances, and when it comes to the actual this side of life. This is going to be very significant time indeed. It is not only about realization, not only that we're going to actually realize what can stay, what needs to stay, and what needs to go. There are going to be quite few situations that we're going to come across as individuals that we're going to deal with when it comes to our actual business, when it comes to what we've done so far and what we want to do next. There is the realization that is going to become very significant, and that realization is going to become very significant because it's going to make you think, it's going to make us all think about the second stage, second level of our life, what we need to do next in order to get where we want to get. But this is specifically connected to the actual success. It's specifically connected to the actual finances, although this is going to be quite emotional time, but emotional time when it comes to dealing with certain problems, dealing with certain issues, and these issues are going to be connected to the actual what we do to our careers, to our finances and things like that. There will be slightly, little bit like a little bittersweet, a little bitter moment, you see, because it will just going to be the situation where we're gonna have to like, all right, okay, oh no, I don't want to stop this, I don't want to stop this and this, I don't want to end this, I don't want to stop this, I'm not too sure, I'm going to give it another go, but you're going to realize that you gave lots of other goes. You're going to realize that it's time for the next stage, it's time for the next step. And how to actually know what am I talking about now, and how to actually realize what this is. Let me tell you something. This is something to do with you being really indecisive. It's actually connected to a couple of things that are just becoming part of your life that you don't want there anymore. But it's to do with your career and it's to do with your finances. So it's a lot to do with the next step. But then again, on another hand, it's connected to two different things, and it made you really indecisive. And especially in the last couple of months, you know, you must have been thinking about certain things, but these certain things didn't quite turn out right how you wanted them to turn out. And that's what I'm saying. It's connected to something that you felt a little bit passionate about, but you will realize very quickly you're going to be a little bit like a slight bitter moment, as I already said, which is going to make you feel like a little bit, oh no. But very quickly you're just going to gain your power back, because you're going to realize that there is the new energy that is going to come through, and this new energy is going to make you feel really optimistic. And this new energy is not going to make you feel really optimistic, you see. It's not only about that, but there is the certain strength and the certain power and the certain energy that you're actually going to feel through this. So this is absolutely brilliant if you're like a little bit upset. Oh no, I'm not too sure whether I should do this, I'm not too sure whether I should do that. You see, it all depends what your personal situation is like, and it all depends how far did you go with your spiritual journey, and it all depends on your personal spiritual journey, of course. But the bottom line is like it's like a little bit of yin yang here, which is absolutely brilliant. You know, you're gonna feel a little bit, oh no, and then a little bit of a confusion, and then straight away after that, like the next day, you know, you're gonna realize, you know, you're gonna realize that when one door closes, another door is going to open. And this is a golden little rule that I live by, literally. So that's why I'm saying that this new moon is going to be so powerful, and that's why I'm saying it's going to be like a lot to do with business, a lot to do with finances, a lot to do with you making decisions, but on another hand also emotional time as well, because you will be making big decisions, you will be thinking about big decisions, and even if you don't make these big decisions straight away, you're gonna start thinking about them very, very strongly, but especially when it comes to the actual new moon in Capricorn. And this is all what this amazing, wonderful, powerful energy is all about. On one hand, it makes you really spiritual, really, really deep, really like wow, that way. But on another hand, also it just makes you to make really big decisions, it will make you to move on with the certain things in your life, and especially what was driving you crazy, and especially when you didn't see any progress or anything like that. It can cause sometimes like a little bit of negative energy. So that's why this is going to be absolutely brilliant. Get rid of the old and make a room for new. This is all what the new moons are all about, and this is why this is so powerful, because it's to do with Capricorn. It's in Capricorn, and it's all about making these smart, clever, amazing business decisions, making these smart, clever, important decisions. They don't have to be necessarily business, but it could be with the finances, to do with the financial side of the things, or maybe you want to buy something really, really big or something like that. You are waiting for the right moment. New moons are absolutely brilliant for that, and especially when it comes to the fact that it's in Capricorn, this is going to be amazing. You know what? This is why I can explain this. How can I say this? I'm so passionate about this, because it's like when it comes to the actual new moon, I just always do something on a new moon. I always start something on a new moon. I always focus my energy on a new moon, because not only that this one is like in such a powerful Capricorn, but it's also, think about a new moon just like about amazing field, beautiful, massive, big field, and you're walking on this massive, big field, and you're planting and chucking and chucking and chucking seeds everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. But because you did it on the new moon, because you did it at the time of a new moon, these seeds are going to be amazing. These seeds are going to be significant. These seeds are going to grow huge. These seeds are going to last forever. These seeds are going to be wonderful. And this is why I'm saying it's so important to actually do things on new moons. Full moons are also important. New moons are also important for different things. But when it comes to starting something new, trying something new, making, you know, like new steps and going from a square one to square number 2, new moons are absolutely amazing. And this is why I can't stress enough that also lots of people are going to be going through some kind of competition. This competition is also going to be really good. This competition is also going to be very powerful. This competition that you're going to be going through, it's also going to make you feel really, really powerful. And on another hand, you're going to have even more energy to do things to make them even better, you see, for example. And also it is absolutely perfect timed, which is going to reflect on us, like we want to do and think about future planning. This is January. What an amazing, absolutely amazing start to the actual new year. First of all, we had a full moon in Cancer, and now we have the actual new moon in Capricorn, which is going to be on the 16th and the 17th of January, which is absolutely amazing. Both of these signs are amazingly powerful when it comes to our emotions, when it comes to our decisions, when it comes to our businesses, and when it comes to actually making really important things, making really really important decisions, making them happen. This is absolutely brilliant. So it's a lot going to be about future planning, but it's a lot going to be about abandonment, because you're going to realize, lots of us are going to realize that if we don't make a certain sacrifice this new moon in Capricorn, if we don't abandon certain things this new moon in Capricorn, we are not going to have the new beginning that we need. We're not going to be blessed with the new beginning that we need. And this is where the secret is. This is where the power is. This is where the energy is. This is where the strength is in actually having, you know, a strength, you know, to make certain abandonment of certain part of your life that is bringing you down, bringing you down, bringing you down. And then is this amazing realization about a new beginning that we are all going to feel, that we are all going to have. Straight away after that, things are going to start making sense, and there's going to be like a swift change and a swift movement of things that have been like very stale in our lives, things that didn't change in a long time. You will see, you will see, you will see. And also, especially when it comes to like a finances, career, money, and success, there is going to be wishes fulfilled. When it comes to, lots of us are going to have like lots of progress in certain areas or certain stages in our life, which is really, really brilliant. Also, there is the certain thing, there is the certain situation that is going to be like a maybe connected to the amount of people where we go. Maybe like to some of you it's going to be like when you go to work, to some of you it's going to be where you go to college, university. If you're not working, if you're like retired, to those of you that are retired, you know, it depends what you do, it depends where you go. When you go to mix with people, where you go on regular basis is a hobby or whatever it is, it all depends. But there's only one little person that is just going to be driving you a little bit crazy. The one person is going to have like a little bit of negative influence on us, and that particular person is going to be connected to authority. It's either, it could be absolutely anyone, but it's just going to be some kind of authoritative position. And this is what I'm going to say. No, we're not going to go exactly through the same situation. The bottom line here is that you will be tested a little bit. The way you're going to be tested on this new moon, or at around this new moon, it's going to be the way you're going to be tested. It's going to be to do with work, it's going to do with business, it's going to do with the finances, it's going to do with somebody, and it's going to be somebody who is actually the person of authority. If you're like maybe self-employed, it's going to be maybe really important client. However, just be very careful and try to not to get irritated. Try to keep your cool and try to do things, you know, the way you do, and try to not to get irritated by things, by this particular person, because it is going to be some kind of a test. And then straight away after that, there is a certain strength, and there is a certain power, and there is a certain realization that you are going to have, and then you are going to please someone. You see that, you know, the bottom line is that after all this, you know, it is going to be very positive and very good situation at the end of the day, which is going to be connected to your work, which is going to be connected to your finances, to your career, to your college, university, or whatever you do. It all depends. But all I want to say is just basically try to not to get too irritated. But now when I warned you already, you will kind of know that you may be tested a little bit. And this is all part of this new moon. This is all part of this new wonderful new moon in Capricorn, which is going to bring so much. And also, what else I was going to say, very absolutely brilliant. Lots of people are going to have a very positive news when it comes to the actual finances. Finances are just going to be so important this month, and lots of us are going to end up with some kind of reward. This time is all about making things right, but it's not only about making things right and making sure that you are doing the right things, but it's also about the fact that monetary it is a very, very positive time. Monetary, there is going to be the situation that lots of us are going to be going through, that we're going to end up with slightly more money. Financial situation is going to be much better, and also you're going to start realizing that for those of you that have been struggling financially, there is just something really wonderful start to happening here. Financially, it could be the amount of money that lots of people could get. Lots of us could get different type of money, different amount of money. Maybe some of people can have some kind of inheritance, some people can get some kind of money through the business, some people can get a pay rise, some people will get like something that's owned to them. It all depends. It all really depends. Or if you've been waiting for something for a really, really long time. However, it is going to be the step in the right direction when it comes to the actual finances, when it comes to the actual money situation. So I think this is going to be absolutely brilliant, and I think that this new moon in Capricorn is just going to help to lots of us who have been maybe gone off the way a little bit, or maybe maybe you weren't too sure what you want to do in life. Maybe you're not really happy anymore with your job, with your career. Maybe you were just waiting for that pay rise. Maybe you were just waiting when it's going to be the right time to make big decisions. You see, this is all going to be like kind of buzzing all around us. The energy is just going to be amazing, but we are going to feel very clever. We are going to feel very deep. This is going to be highly energetic time, and this is just going to be so important. I can't stress enough. Anything big you want to start, anything important you want to start, anything important you want to buy, anything important you want to start in your life, please try to do it on the 16th or the 17th of January, when it's going to be a new moon in Capricorn, because it's like you're using this amazing energy of the new moon, and because it's a new moon, and because it's in a powerful Capricorn, and as soon as you start something new, something important, as the time goes by, as the moon is changing, you see this energy that you kind of like projected towards what you wanted to do. This amazing energy is also going to grow and make everything manifest much better, in a much more powerful and in a much more successful way. And you're going to end up like with so much more than you would normally end up. And this is what you do with the new moon energy, with the moon energy in general. This is how you use it. This is how you basically just do things with the new moon, and this is why it's so important to get it right, because no matter what you do, no matter where you project your energy, no matter what you think about, what you focus on, as long as you start on a new moon, when this amazing new moon in Capricorn on the 16th or 17th of January, depends where you live, you see this is going to be absolutely amazing. You are going to end up with so much more, and your life is just going to become so much more significant. Of course, when it comes to what you do, when it comes to your business, when it comes to your career, when it comes to your finances, when it comes to making really big decisions, just do it now. This new moon in Capricorn in January is going to be absolutely mind-blowing. Thank you ever so much for watching. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium.